people need entertainment, whether it's music, movies, books or games. Everyone likes to escape their problems at times and just relax for a while. The new digital technologies, especially the internet, give us a huge number of possibilities to entertain ourselves. On the other hand, people manage to find a way of using internet to enjoy everything they like without the necessity to pay for it. A certain group of people, commonly referred to as internet pirates, share illegal copies of the copyright-protected files. Consequently, this has a significant effect on the number of companies providing entertainment who claim to lose profit because of this. Film and music studios, television and radio companies, game developers, but also stores selling CDs and DVDs to their customers. In the United Kingdom, 6 main internet service providers are bound to identify and warn users sharing protected files without the permission. In case these users don't respect the warning, legal action will follow. Besides, internet service providers are bound to block the web pages known for gathering illegally shared files. However, the situation is not the same outside the UK. A number of international students have been asked to express their opinion and briefly describe the situation in other countries they come from.
As far as I know, internet piracy is quite popular in Bulgaria, and the main reason for that is the fact that generally the Bulgarian salaries are a lot lower than in other parts of the world, and the UK in particular. And so people would rather spend money, prioritize their budgets in a different way, but they still don't want to be deprived of entertainment, so to say. Another thing is that in Bulgaria, streaming is not very popular as opposed to here in the UK. People here stream a lot, whereas back home it's generally about downloading.
Speaking about piracy, internet piracy, back home they're not really concerned about what you download, they're more concerned about how much you pay for the internet. So we pay for internet and we do whatever we want. So nobody really cares about whatever you download. So when you download, they have a record of what you've downloaded, so people are now being careful on what you download. Anyway, I don't download because I don't really have the time, and if there's really a good movie I really want to watch, I go to the store and I buy them, you see. So if you've got your own shop, or if you've got your own business and you see that you're not making money because people go to the internet, you won't be happy if these things are happening. So I would say it should be clamped down to an extent, but not too strict. Otherwise, they're going to make people they're going to push people to the wall, and everybody will lose from both ends.
What about the situation about piracy in Poland? I think it's very common, especially in teenagers.
Well, because they don't have money, so they prefer to steal things from internet as they are for free and listen to the music. Instead of going to cinema, they will basically just download the movie from internet or watch it online. So basically, it's just like this.
Yeah, but in comparison here, I think people, they can afford it better in comparison, like in Poland. So I think that's why it's that's what's happening in Poland.
Now in Czech Republic, I would suggest that the problem is not a legal one, but rather an economic one. The prices for cinema tickets and the DVDs are pretty much similar to those in the United Kingdom, whereas the salary is 3 times lower. It is no wonder that teenagers choose to watch movies online instead of going to cinema or buying a new media. Downloading a movie is not crime per se. Another element must be satisfied, something else, something more is required. One actually needs to use or actually abuse the property right. With that said, distributing copies of movies or broadcasting them would suffice.
My name is Roman. I'm currently studying in Germany. It was just a few weeks ago when I got into trouble for internet piracy. To be honest, I didn't even realize I was doing something wrong. But it appears that in Germany there are much more strict rules about the internet piracy. Afterwards, I got my internet connection blocked for a couple of days, and I got a warning.
Internet piracy is common in Arabic countries and Middle East. This is because there's a lot of shops which like sell music and DVDs and also programs such as the Word and Adobe for like £1 or £2. And it's so common also because the sites are not blocked, so you can go and download music and download whatever you want from the internet. Streaming sites, they're like fine in Jordan, you can like open them, they are like not blocked, but you have to have like an antivirus because it's full of viruses, while here you have to have a TV license to open the stream site, so less people do it.
Even though downloading and sharing copyright-protected files further can have serious consequences, many people don't consider it to be a crime or a theft. People are rarely likely to talk about this issue on camera, even if they admit to downloading a movie or a song illegally from time to time. During my research, I came across a girl who does not only download the protected files online, but also makes a profit on it. Over the last year, she claims to have earned over £3,000 by selling DVDs and music albums without any permission whatsoever. She agreed to talk to me about it anonymously, with her face not being shown and her voice altered.
Why did you start downloading movies and selling them further?
To make a profit. There's no other reason behind it, but to make a profit. It was the easiest option, like, instead of claiming off the government and borrowing money all the time and looking for loans, it was the quickest and easiest option that I had. It's not one main target group, but I'd say mainly between the ages of 18 and 25 are the ones that most likely come to me. It's a hard decision. Some of them either have the resources to download it themselves and they don't have the time, or some just find it easier to come to me. I choose to do it. I'm not afraid of getting caught because there's that many people that know that I do pirate copy DVDs. It's kind of, you trust your customers to a certain extent. You have no other option but to. I mean, if I got caught, I could get a hefty fine or I can get a jail sentence. So it's friends of friends, people who know people, and it's, if somebody doesn't know somebody else, they come to me. Mm-hmm. If I don't know how to do one film, or if I can't get one music CD, I know somebody else that can. I'm not the only person within a certain area that can do films. Within 1 mile radius around me, I can name 10 different folk that do a lot more pirate copy DVDs, that download a lot more films. I know a lot of people that still go into the cinema today and record brand new release films straight out of the cinema. I know of 2 people that have had jail sentences because they've been caught 3 times. I've uploaded, I'm going to be safe here and say 5, maybe 6 films that really I shouldn't have done. But that's only because people have come to me and have said, can you get this film? That they've approached other people first and they've said no, whereas I'm able to. That's the only reason I do it. I won't sit at home and purposely upload a film. I won't take time out of my day to purposely upload films. I will if somebody asks me to, but I don't make it a priority. I only make a profit when they buy the DVD from me, or they buy the music film from me, you know.
So you're not afraid of, for example, your IP address being...
No.
Alright.
No. They need actual evidence of it being me personally uploading films or downloading music for me to be prosecuted. Yeah, by all means, it's my computer. I'll admit that, but where's the evidence to say that it was me? It's my word against my customer.
Yeah.
It's a bit daunting.
What do you mean?
It's a bit daunting when you have somebody come up to you and ask about your private life.
So
really, that you shouldn't be doing, but if you have no other means of doing, then you have to, but it's an illegal way, and it's kind of private. You don't tell everybody you do this type of thing. So it's...
So you consider this as very private, right?
Yeah, it's very private. you've got to trust the people that you talk to about it and with the information that you give out, because it only takes one person to talk to the wrong person and then it backfalls on me. You know, I get investigated from one tiny comment somebody can say to somebody else.
To download or not to download? A question of many would-be internet pirates. It is necessary to mention that internet piracy should not be underestimated. Engaging in the illegal activities online can lead to serious consequences. For example, the Pirate Bay founders have been caught and put into prison, and this is only one of many cases. Maggie Anderson, a lecturer at the Robert Gordon University specializing in the media law, is the right person to comment on the topic. She agreed to answer a couple of questions concerning the intellectual property, copyright laws, and provided more information from the legal point of view.
Okay, well, generally intellectual property is what you would call a civil legal offence against other persons. So it's a dispute between private people, if you like. So there has to be the creator of the copyrighted work, i.e. the novel, the book, the article, the piece of music, the lyrics, is generally going to be unhappy if somebody steals their work and uses that, i.e. copies that for their own use. The copyright holder retains the right to do that and nobody else.
Are there maybe some defenses that can be used when someone is copying the intellectual property?
Well, for example, the media can quite often use the defence that they are using the piece of work or a section of that work which is being complained of for criticism and review. And this is common for the media to review novels, for example, and larger sort of written pieces of work could be serialised in newspapers, for example. Now, it will depend on whether or not they've used a substantial amount of that work, and of course the word substantial is what the court will look at. Piracy is a slightly different topic to the protection of intellectual copyright works. It does cover works with copyright, but it is the illegal copying and mass producing of, for example, a film and making money off of that. Rather than just copying somebody's work, it's actually an industry which has to be dealt with. I think it's pretty essential, particularly this week being quite poignant, because Sony have had a problem with, they think, computer hackers who have released works of theirs which wasn't quite ready to be released. Of course, they will have lost thousands and thousands of dollars in revenue from that, which you could say, well, there's very little sympathy for big corporations. But in order to be legitimate and make money and have a legitimate business, it's still wrong of anybody to try and capitalise on that, and I think that the punishment for that should stand. I think each case will depend what happens in each case, and each case will turn on its own particular set of facts. I think there probably is some need for at least a prison sentence to be a possibility, because some of the infringements will be gross infringements. Well, the chief piece of legislation for this is the Copyright Designs and Patents Act 1988. That deals with all issues of intellectual property in the UK, and it is a UK-wide statute.
Nowadays, the public can gain access to a huge amount of entertainment online. In the past, the situation was different and people rarely had a problem to pay for the entertainment. There are many possibilities to watch movies and download music legally for a reasonable price, but people still try to find a way to avoid paying in general. As a result of this, the Federation Against Copyright Theft has been founded. Its role is to protect the owners of the copyright-protected files, block the web pages gathering them, and prevent people from downloading. Only time will show if it's possible to mitigate the number of illegal files online significantly and persuade people to keep paying for the entertainment they want to enjoy.